Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well, mate. In today's video, probably not the greatest idea. I don't feel as if this team is going to do super well, but we are going to be trying out the full MELIODAS team. Now, just at first glance, yes, I do have the blue demon MELIODAS in the back. I was really wanting to run the red demon MELIODAS. If we jump over and have a look at his skills, or at least his passive at least, increase crit chance by 50% for every time an ally dies. So having him come to the front obviously means at least one of your allies has died, and we could show that off a little bit. Also, we barely get to see any of him. I don't think he's really been used, especially in PvP, ever since like release day basically. But this is the team we're using today. Basically just got our three best MELIODASes in the front, of course. It's been a hot minute since we've had a good MELIODAS. Like even when Assault MELIODAS released, he was downplayed an awful lot. And like I know most of the festivals that come out, especially the ones that are downplayed, do end up actually being really good. Probably the biggest example of that being Lily Merlin. She was so underrated when she came out, thinking people just were like, Escanor is just still better. There's no point using Merlin, but she is insanely good. Probably ran on the best team in the game as well. Granted, you know, best team in the game at the moment is probably like a King Kia or like a King Rugal variant. The full unknown team is just so good, and I feel like it's going to survive quite a lot of metas just due to how viable it is. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, this is the team we're using today. Hoping we do alright. Hopefully we don't just get absolutely stumped. We're using the alt food as well. I don't think we're going to get out CC a lot of people, and besides we can get a lot more use with the alt food with pretty much all of these characters. They all have really strong ultimates. The Lost Vein 6/6, the Assault MELIODAS is 6/6. I believe this MELIODAS is 2/6, and this one in the back is 6/6 as well. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Here we go, and first opponent is Margaret King. I mean, yeah, even though the same name rule is out, I do expect to see a lot more just, you know, regular teams in these videos. What do we want to go for turn one, though? This is definitely a weird spot to be in. We could very well rush the blue ultimate. Could work. What's this card here? Decreases attack-related stats. Okay. Definitely going to chuck that on you there. We'll merge these two, and I want to hold these cards just so we can actually, you know, take the hits from King. I think I might just chuck that out. Why not? Because it's not like we can actually use the rupture effect anywhere. Probably should have chucked it out first as well. That's alright though. Yeah, we can't use the rupture effect against the King Shields because obviously they are a grey buff, so completely nullifying that one there. And quite a few, I mean, it has been so long since I've used Lost Vein. Like, even when it comes to like having him in the back, like, don't get me wrong, he is still an extremely good unit in the back and whatnot. Granted, you know, he hasn't got as good like, you know, stats and substats as some other units. You know, you are probably a lot better using the one in the back, but and especially like given like a couple months ago where like, you know, we didn't have King and all these other, you know, crazy new units, he's still like, if you haven't built, definitely nothing wrong with chucking him in the back of your team. We've got a couple of our defense downs here. We'll go one, hoping that breaks the shield in one go. That's my only problem here. I think I might go two, and we're getting nasty. I think just spamming AoEs actually with the red Lost Vein might be a little bit better than using any other. I mean, we get the Assault Melee ultimate as well, just due to the merger, so oh my gosh. King's shield is just so ridiculous. That is crazy. Okay, I mean, he's half HP. We can live with that. Got two ultimates as well here, which is really helpful. Also, having some ult control on this blue Lost Vein as well is really helpful. As you can see, I put the Ludo Grace on him just because I thought we'd probably be ult rushing with him, but I mean, it really anything works. I do have the Tarmiel on our red Lost Vein here, just due to the fact that I feel he's going to be taking a ton of damage, just being type disadvantage. We are going to want him to be just a tad bit tankier. Okay, we don't have any cards in our hand to increase the damage of this one. I think if I just go 1, 2, and 3, that should just about, surely that kills King here, right? Surely the Lost Vein ultimate one taps at 6/6. I know we don't have any cards in our hand, but okay, sweet. So we at least get rid of the shield, throw this one up here, get a couple more buffs on ourselves. No debuffs on the enemy team, which is unfortunate, but yeah, the Assault Melee's ultimate is so goddamn strong. And it's such a shame as well, because like Assault MELIODAS, he himself is like such a fun character and well designed. Not only that though, all of his teams, like all of the full demon teams, are such fun teams. And like even when the, you know, commandments got released, what do I want to go for here? Stuck in that same kind of situation we were last match. I'll go 1, 2, and 3. Why not? But yeah, no, super fun teams, and the commandments even on release, like 1 speed and all that, was still not considered as like super top tier. So the fact that he actually made them viable, I'm like, I wouldn't say by any means he was the best team when he released, or like even like the best unit at the time. Actually, he might have been the best team. People were very confused on how to use him, that's for sure. Everyone was, you know, still using the CC food and we're like, we're not getting any advantage out of it. Using him on the ult food as well, ult or evade, either works, especially in this meta. I'd definitely advise using evade just because King absolutely tears through teams. But nowadays, just like with Barn being the second strongest team in the game, a single Heart Crusher card, like even at one level, like level 1, just absolutely wipes through his HP. Him being green, granted, you know, King being blue does help his case out a little bit when it comes to his survivability. Still just not the tankiest of all units, where losing the ultimate there, which is not terrible, we can live with that. And getting it back a second later. We'll go 1, 2, and 3 again. This time we'll have 2 ultimates, and hopefully he doesn't get any more Terry or Drain cards. Look at how well that King Shield tanks through those AoEs. And it's like, just, I don't believe the King Shield actually like stops card effects either. So we are still ignoring all of the defense. Granted, you know, it's based off of the damage he's dealt, so it's not like we're really ignoring anything. Look at that, 2 Lost Vein ultimates. Surely, right? There's no way he survives this. We'll chuck off the blue one first even though the blue, like Christmas Lost Vein released way after the 1-year anniversary Lost Vein. Honestly, I'd still say that the red Lost Vein, personally, maybe it's just because I don't have him 6/6 and I can't really, you know, show him off to his full potential, but I just reckon this Lost Vein is so much better. We'll go 1, 2, and I don't really care about tanking the Gotha ultimate, so I'll just chuck this one out here, and if we don't kill King with the 2 ultimates, we can hopefully finish him off with the single target card. Yeah, look at that, only 100,000. Granted, you know, this is ungeared, so that's not terrible, but it is what it is. And let's see it wipe everyone. Yeah, 600,000, so much better, goddamn. And oh my god, did it take a long time to learn to this match. Real player, that's for sure, and using CC food, okay. I mean, due to the fact we are actually going second now, isn't it where if, let's say, he gets someone to get to like 3 ultimate gauge in this turn, I'm pretty sure when it goes over to my turn, this blue Lost Vein basically like mirrors or like takes the ult gauge of the enemy who has the most ult gauge. I think it's just for the first turn as well. It's, like I said, I haven't used that Meliodas an awful lot, so granted, you know, I'm probably not going to use him a whole lot, especially nowadays he's just fallen off way too much. What do we want to go for? Yeah, there that one is there. I'll chuck the AoE out just as kind of like a bait, get a little bit of damage out, and hopefully check the... Actually, he's not using the evade food either. We'll go 1, and then we'll chuck this one out just to lower the King's damage. Granted, you know, he does have the Breath of Bless, which can also cleanse it if he wants to go for that play. I feel like him wasting it at this lower level, especially if he doesn't get the level 3, is a lot better. And if he does go for it and gets the level 3 and, you know, spends his whole turn doing that, we should have enough kill power to maybe finish off King. For some reason, I still had in my mind that I was going to get to keep those 2 ultimate gauge for the 2 Lost Veins. Definitely a good team. I feel as if though, although Margaret's bit like one of those units, if you guys, you know, keep up with the channel, you realize when Margaret came out, I just made a million showcases with her, trying her out basically every unit in existence. She doesn't do as well with King next to her as most units. Like, most units get like the biggest, you know, they just get to completely pop off, you know, having the Breath of Bless, the extra damage, defensive capabilities. It's all super good, but I just feel like King doesn't benefit as much as some of those other units. Granted, you know, I'm not saying by any means King is bad with Margaret. He's just not as good, you know. There's definitely a couple other units that are a lot more fun picks, and really hoping this kills. Yo, Blue Lost Vein actually doing damage, goddamn. Okay, I mean, we talk him out there. Yeah, I just feel like, who's like a prime, I mean, even just units like Escanor, who's come to the front now. Real good picks for Margaret, but I do actually still have to do a video on this Escanor skin. Originally I was thinking I just wouldn't get the Escanor Holy Relic, the one Holy Relic at least at all. With the release of this costume and just how well they match together, might have to cop that one. I am, of course, you know, saving my Holy Relic materials for when the Awakened Lilia comes out. I want to buy hers to try her out with the Christmas one. That's a lot of damage. Has he got any more attacks? Perfect, okay. Did lose the red Lost Vein, so we are going to lose most of our damage at least. I mean, there is no other play. Getting the ultimate here as well for Assault Meliodas is definitely our best bet. Yeah, no, so I'm definitely going to get the Awakened Lily Holy Relic. Then I might have a look at Escanor's. We'll see what happens. We did, of course, have the, like, a Festgotha Holy Relic, like, how it looked, at least, leaked ages and ages ago, so that one as well looks sick. I definitely definitely hope that they actually give him a good effect, because I was super surprised when we had the Holy Relic release for Roxy. She didn't actually get like a second pass for anything. They literally just increased her stats, which I thought is kind of robbery, like especially if you're a Roxy fan. That's like your favorite character's chance of like, having a cool new gimmick just completely robbed. So I don't know how I feel about that one. I hope they don't do that to any more characters, just giving them extra stats, but there we go, we got the forfeit. And a full Gotha team. Yeah, this is probably the team we should be scared of. Haven't actually versed any in a hot minute, so I mean, I'm definitely glad to say that one as well. First turn against this team, though, is definitely a weird spot. Definitely want to hold on to all these cards here to do the fact we're versing 2 green units. They're good for damage. I will damage down you. I'll also do this, and I guess we'll just chuck this out just to kind of, get some extra cards in. I need to think about bloody saving that card for the second attack and whatnot. I think that's twice now in this video I've fallen for the evade food and haven't got to get the attack related stats decrease off, but we should be fine. Shows it's a real player as well, which is not too bad. I'm just not ready to just get absolutely attack disable just spammed out. That's the only thing about this team. Like, I did my video and we ended up doing 5 matches and it ended up being like 30 minutes long. It's just such a slow team. Like, granted, if you have all the characters with 6/6 ultimates, it's probably a little bit better. That is annoying to say the least. That just disables everything. Does that attack disable as well? There is no way. Hold on a second. Does level 3 for 2 turns disables all skills of all enemies except debuff skills? Okay. Well then, we are in a bad spot. We'll go 1, 2. Can I actually just spend the whole turn? Perfect. I'll do that instead. I probably shouldn't have used the cards there just so we could have some, extra space to do damage with the ultimates. Having the ultimates in hand as well, can't use them, but at least they're there, kind of try and scare them even though we're ultimate disabled. Gosh, I don't know why I actually didn't think of that, using the double rank up on Gotha. I didn't do that starting hand at all in any of our videos. I think we were going with more of like the Jack of Light level 1 and then rank up like a Halloween Gotha or the Red Gotha and like attack, disable, dissolve, really depending on like what kind of team we verse, obviously. A little bit more damage than I would have liked to have taken there. We'll go 1, 2, and I'll chuck at you as well, just once again give us a little bit more space. Yeah, not looking too good. Those 2 turns, like, although you don't think it's an awful lot, they have really been for the worst, and losing our ult gauge as well, yikes. God damn, this team is so bad, but actually on some good news, I finally had the game assaults arrive, and I haven't tried it yet. I've just got it in front of me. Had the cup arrive as well. I got the Dragon Fruit Punch and the Blue Raz, so I'll try those out. They did also give a couple other sample flavors, which I have here as well, and like a free sticker and whatnot. All the cool things alongside it. What were these 2? Just kind of like trying to find... Just gonna talk about some other stuff whilst we just get basically stalled out for hours upon hours on end by Gotha. Pineapple Cocktail, another Blue Raz, and another Dragon Fruit Punch. Okay, so I'm guessing those are just like the 3 main flavors, but hopefully in tomorrow's video I will have tried that one out and let you guys know what I think. It's been a very, very long time coming. I think I ordered them like 2 weeks ago or so, but yeah, having Assault Meliodas dead there, isn't the most interesting of all matches in the world. And please kill Red Lost Main so I can, there's no way we're bringing this back. It was almost inevitable we lost this one, but what can you do? And let's see our final opponent, is this a fraudulent suicide team? Okay, 2 ult gauge on the DN there, which will pretty much allow us to rush the ultimate here. Ooh, what do I want to go for? I do want to merge that. Really confused on what I want my starting hand to be. I'll go 1, 2, and 3. I really don't want to waste those extra, that extra ult gauge we got there, but it is what it is. No crits on the DM, but I did end up actually rematching the Gotha player, but I just instantly forfeit. I wasn't going to go through that again. I thought there was actually a pretty strong chance we would have got a flawless video, but you know the triple Gotha team ain't going to let that happen, especially when using something as janky as full Meliodas. Honestly, not too bad. Like, I feel like the full Gotha team does a very, very good job of just creating the most longest, most sufferable, boring matches ever. the Escanor team, you just have no defense. It's just full stand. If you verse a Barn team, you're pretty much guaranteed to lose. I feel like this team's had a little bit more of a good middle ground in between those two. It's granted, you know, none of them are like super good, like top tier teams, but it's good fun. I definitely hope they bring this rule out a couple more times. Obviously not like a permanent thing added to Grand Cross, but yeah, it's a good fix. We'll go, it does have the Terry counter there. I'm not too worried about tanking a ton of damage. Do I want to use this one, or I think I might just throw that one out as well. Probably do a little bit less damage, and yo, Blue Lost Vein doing absolutely no damage. That's why I was so surprised when we attacked into the Blue King before. He did way more. Granted, you know, the 2-star card is quite a bit stronger. That Alt Gauge Depletion card is such an old card. Like I don't think it's a day 1 card, but like even units like Green Queen Shot Merlin, who's like I think it was the 2nd unit we had on Global. Actually no, I'm wrong. The first unit was Freeze Merlin, and then I think it was Nunchuck Barn. So didn't get the Green Queen Shot Merlin for a little bit, but like still a really old card. Terry having the same kind of one, I thought they would have given, you know, Terry a newer variant of the card. It's definitely not bad, you know, some of the alt control cards are like some of the greatest cards in the game. I don't know, just like some of the multipliers could be a little bit buffed, stuff like that. Maybe an extra effect on like level 3. And there we go, easy forfeit. I was hoping we'd get to show off the ultimates, but it's whatever. There we go, and that just about does it for today's video. And look at how small Meliodas is to Escanor, goddamn. Yeah, no, super fun team. There's still definitely a couple more teams I want to try out. Tomorrow's video will probably be the double HP buffer with the dual Arthurs and Barnes, so do expect that one. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.